29th Guild President of Makerere University, and currently I am a member of Parliament elect in Mukono South constituency. So whereas my brother got scared here, whatever I'm going to talk about is but only about leadership. Whatever that happens, wherever you want to take leadership from, because we're in a multi-party system, you choose which political party you want to have your politics from. But as far as this is concerned, it's about leadership. Allow me to introduce my classmate here, Anna and Naide. We started from the song that you see in front of you here. I did just start by becoming a guild president. I remember all through my primary school, I don't remember attending a class where I wasn't a class monitor. That is from P1 to P7. Primary 5, I contested being the disciplinary prefect, and I won. Primary 6, I contested to be head boy, and I won. I went to the secondary school, I contested to be a chapel prefect, that is liturgy, in senior 3, and I won. I went to my senior 5, I contested to be head boy, and I won. I went to Makerere University where I was with her. In my year 1, I was elected or chosen to be the class president, and I won. I went to my senior 2, I ran for Guild Representative Councillor. You're just a GRC. You're like a member of Parliament actually. And I won. From GRC, I went and ran for Guild President, and I won. After university, I went to my constituency. I am the NUP elect now. I think I did run with you, GRC.
We were competing against each other.
Yes, we were competing against each other, and you are the girls president, right? Yeah, we were having a competition, but the beauty about it is they choose the first girl and the first boy to represent. First girl and first boy to represent. So she was the girl that was representing the college, so we are 2 in the house. You can clap for her. She also got this. The only thing I want to speak about today to everyone that is in this room is but only believe, begin, become. Believe, begin, become. Believe specifically, and it is only entirely premised on what you dream and what you want to be. The beauty about belief is no one is going to feed you with what you actually want to believe. It is entirely premised on you to understand where you want to be. There is now and there is in the future. And that is why I find difficulty with people that say, when I look at her, I feel like she would be a good doctor. When I look at her, I feel she can be a good pilot. When I look at him, I think he can be a good teacher. I am in big disagreement with that, because it is entirely on you to determine what you want to be. I understand some of you actually wanted to take courses at A-level, and people were determining what you should be doing at A-level, based on what you do. So believing is what you dream. No one will ever dream for you. So you choose what you want to become. I started started with a colleague. The school I started from, it was number one, so religious. Number two, they were too strict. So one time the head teacher asks, but with all this behavior that you're having, what do you want to be? And the younger man said, I want to be a DJ. That was the end of his story in school. We don't teach DJs here. But I'm telling you, no one is going to dream on your behalf. Whatever you want to be, look at yourself, look at where you're coming from, look at where you want what you want your future to look like, and that will determine what you want to do. Your belief comes from what you are dreaming. So the question now would be, what is my dream? After believing, we say the second one is what? We do what? We begin. Believing involves the ideas of the whole concept of what you want to do and how you want to get there. The second one is begin. Your ideas are entirely and your dreams are entirely useless unless you begin. So consistency is key if you want to become. What did you begin with? Very many people have achieved the things not because they are good, but they were consistent with what they were doing. So you never be there and people are praising you for being bright. Can I tell you something? Consistency can beat talent. Consistency can beat talent. You're so much talented. People out there are praising you for being good, wise, and intelligent. Then there is this younger man who wants to be. And they will read books today, they will read books tomorrow, they will read books the next day. But because you feel you are talented and intelligent and so on, you actually cease to attach a value to what you have. Then someone comes and bypasses you. People will only be asking, but how did he get there? It was through consistency. So I advise you, colleagues, that for whichever dream that you have, for whichever thing that you would love to be in the future, you do not start, you don't just think about it, you need to start. So I understand in schools, coupling is a crime. Is it? All things changed. But allow me to give this example. People have gotten beautiful ladies because of consistency. You know that? Girls, how do you feel when that guy is consistent? From nowhere you start to say, but Bobby, 2 years. But I'm telling you, it doesn't work on the people you are interested in. It also works with what you're dreaming. And when I say begin, I'm talking about the hardest step in life. Are we together? You cannot. The hardest step in life is to do what? And when you want to begin, that should be at the back of your mind. That yes, I'm beginning, but this is the hardest step of life. But the moment I get step of life. That should be your motivation. It is very hard to begin, but be motivated that the moment you begin, you have conquered the first and hardest step of your life. I told you to believe, colleagues, when we are believing and dreaming, sometimes you actually do not have to mention what you're dreaming to some people. Am I communicating? Because when you believe or when you dream, when you tell people what you're dreaming and what you're believing, you don't know what they think. They'll give you their dreams as well, not your dream. There is a reason why in this room there is only one person that is thinking of becoming a pilot. So the moment you share with him about you being a pilot, when all time he has wanted to be a teacher, he will tell you, but tell me how many aeroplanes we have in Uganda here. But you used to be a pilot. You're consulting from a teacher. Because your dream is not their what? Their dream. That is how people start to sort out in you. So you want to be a doctor? But she wants to become a doctor. But you know that your family not so. Has anyone become a doctor before? And she thinks she can become. Because you mentioned your dream earlier before you even did begin. So people start to sort out in you. Then all of a sudden, you see, what you feed into yourself at the end of the day actually becomes you. You become what you feed on. The moment you start to feed on doubt, I cannot become, my family has never been, I can never be. That will lead to your downfall as far as your dream is concerned. Because you actually heard from different voices that never had your dream. Part of the issues that Joseph in the Bible faced was telling his dream to his brothers. It is human that people do not want to be left behind. So the moment I want to be a teacher and you come and you're telling me you want to be a pilot, I'll pull you down to the same level because where are you running? Now, at a moment such as this, someone will ask, where should we consult? Consult from the people that have the experience of where you want to be. You don't consult from anyone. You were good, yes. You passed those arts. You passed those science. You passed the sciences at O level. But remember, you were good in the arts. But you who passed sciences, you want to become a doctor. But someone, because they think that is where you should be, they will place you where they want you to be. You pass arts, but because of pressure, you want to go to sciences. And that is the issue of believing, dreaming, and you consult from people that do not have the experience of where you want to go. So the entirely mentioned this, that consultations of where you want to be can majorly be got from people that have the experiences of where you want to be. If you want to be a teacher, you have lecturers. You want to be a lecturer, and you have lecturers that are actually teaching you. You have teachers that are teaching you, and you want to be one. The best consultation will be from your teacher, because they know when you do this, this, and this, it will finally get you here. The final step, I say, was after believing and you begin, the end result is what? You become. Most times people won't recognize who you are until the last step. Are we together? So do not expect a lot of cheers at the point of beginning. Expect a lot of words, expect a lot of words of hopelessness, dishonest of people, and all sorts of manners such as that. Because you're only beginning, your recognition most times does not happen in the process, it happens when you're there. So the end goal in the 3 stages is to do what? We are not, I understand we are hungry. The last stage in the whole process is to do what? It's to become. But before you become, we must do what? Before you begin, you must do what? Because what are you beginning that you don't know? It is very important. And as I come to the close of this, what happens to us in life is much more connected with how we treat others, especially those that we live with. And we must be serious even in the list of things. You want to be a bank manager, look where you came from. Did you lay your bed? You can't manage your bed. For some reason, you have aspirations that when you grow up having studied economics, you want to be a bank manager of this country. For whichever thing that you want to, let me ask, how many of you actually greeted your neighbors after arrival here? Many of you actually don't know which people you're seated with. You don't know their names. You even don't know the schools from which they are coming from. You do not know when you share contacts where that will get you to be. So it is important, I think it is important when I enter here, I told them, please provide me with the list of schools that are here. And the schools that are here, the members they are in, have not actually greeted each other. Are you waiting for lunch? And can I tell you what? During lunch, schools are going to sit in their own segments. So I think it is important that there is something people have been calling social capital. We hold that of higher because you don't know the person that's seated next to you. You don't know how much they are connected. And what if you're seated with the son or daughter of the minister and the minister of transport, and you want to be a pilot, but for some reason you don't greet people, so you can't know. You're seated with someone, you want to be a doctor, but they have their own case clinic. So through the different, if we had more time, I would have elaborated this. So it is very important to associate with people. Leadership is for outgoing people. The moment you realize you are an introvert, you're going to face issues. Because you must get the standard of welcoming people. Lastly, but most important, we never run away from problems. We never run away from problems. In all these stages, we never run away from problems. When you're at the point of belief, when you're at the point of dreaming, people are going to tell you, yes, you want to start it, but these are the effects of when you start. We don't run away from that because we have seen people that have been successful through what you want to be. How did they manage to overcome that? Who tells you that in this country, in the whole of this country, it is you that is not supposed to become? If they did it, so you can. There are no special talents here. At the point of beginning, I've told you it is the hardest. You're actually going to find you're financially struggling, you're emotionally frustrated, and it is at that point that you still have to go forward. You need to still continue being consistent. Reason why, the world will never know if you fail. The country president here was only invited because after all those failures, he finally did what? The last stage is what? After all that, the world will never know if you didn't make it. So make sure when you're starting something, the end goal is to do what? To become. Don't give us reasons along the way of why you're failing. Because you must have thought about all this in a dream. It is not a bed of roses. Whatever you're chasing is not a bed of what? Roses. Your dreams are to such an extent that they cannot be bought. If your dream is worth buying, please, it's not worth a dream. Someone say, it is not enough if it doesn't scare the hell out of you. We have dreams that when we think about them, you also ask yourself, how am I going to get there? It is not enough if it doesn't scare the hell out of you. You want to have an 8 in 8, 10 in 10. I don't know whether, see, we are working with the new curriculum. You want to have 20 in 20. But you have actually not seen this. You are in senior 6. In the whole of your first year, in the whole of your senior 5, you didn't see it. And so you are like, I'll keep that constant. The moment colleagues you start feeling comfortable at the point of chasing a dream, that is the end of the dream. Because dreams are only purposeful if we keep on chasing them day after the other, consistently. And I'm telling you, even us who told you that you will never be, the moment you become, we are going to clap. Are we together? Yes. You don't need all the support on the way. You need to believe. The moment you become, even us who did sow seeds of hopelessness in you, the moment you become, we are going to clap because you have become. Expect that when you become, very many are going to associate with you because you have done what? Expect that if you did not look actually smart in the process, it is at the level of becoming actually more beautiful. When I went that far, and I'm going to for your folk, I'm going to say, no, don't expect that on this level. You expect it after becoming. The people that need to call you are going to call you because you have done what? You have become. And how you treat people at that level is also another lesson. You never get there because you have become, gone through the same processes and people are not supporting you. And when you're there, they start to look for you. And then you start to cherry pick who you are supposed to associate with. So it is important as leaders. When we are students, I would love to say this last statement. No one will send you at school to become a head boy. Are we together? No one will send you at school. Is anyone here, and when your parents were sending you, they told you, go and become a head boy? Go and become a sanitary prefect, go and become a chief judge. When they are sending us to school, they tell you, go and do what? Colleagues, go and do what? Study. Someone previously said that education, he still doubts whether education is the key to what? To success. When you go to study, do what they have told you, including what they have not told you. I don't know whether it makes sense. Your parents sent you to do what? Study. But when you get to school, do what they told you, including what? They didn't do what? Tell you. Because when you're coming at school, they told you go and study. But when you reach school and you find there is good sports, because the good sportsman or sportswoman, you join what? Because you don't know. When you reach school and you feel in you there is a talent of leadership, when you get to school, on the books that they sent you to read, you add what? Leadership. Because survival outside here, I was going to give an example of Anna, but I think she's kind of in what she studied. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What courses do NUPs go for? Yes? What courses do MPs go for? If you want to become an MP, what courses do you go for? Yes? Yes? Someone here saying, any what? If you want to become a manager of a company, what courses do you go for? Yes? People are whispering. I understand we are happy. Let us raise those voices. It is what? There are types of occupations that you're going to go for. And it is actually not about your books. You're going to reach at offices where you're 20 who are looking for that seat, and the 20, the 15 have a 20 out of 20. But on it, if you have certificates of sports, certificates of leadership, they will say, but I think we need a manager here. And the manager here will require someone that has actually been in positions of managing not only resources, but people as well. So there is no cost actually. Are you getting the point? Yes. So what we are doing in school determines that you don't only focus about the results, which are also important in life, but also what you add on the results that you get. Thank you so much. It was nice meeting you and meeting you. So the only reason as why you're tasting something is because there is sweetness at the end of the tunnel. There is something good that you're chasing. That should motivate you to actually chase it. So for members of parliament, they will give you money for the car, they will provide you for fuel, they will take care of your house and where you live, they will take care of your health insurance. There are such things. Just like being a head prefect. For us, we used to eat from the staff room. So I don't know from this side. But also the mere fact that you're putting on a coat among all students, you have become. Can I tell you something? Most times people are not motivated because of who you are. People are motivated with what you have become. I know there is just one student that wants to put on a green coat. They don't know what the chief judge does. They don't know what the head monitor does. But for some reason, they want to put on a green coat first standard. For some reason, they just want to look like that. And that will be their whole motivation. To run for any post such that they can look green at campus. So most times it's not actually about what you're going to do there. I didn't know what a guilty president does. But when we were in the house of the DRC, we used to sit like this. Cabinet sits at the front. But then a guilty president has a special seat in Makerere University. It's the very first before you people. So I was here sitting, I can say Gala. I was this time sitting with my hands and I'm like, but what is required to sit in that seat? A guilty president is given a car. If you don't want to be bought for a car, they give you money. And you choose which car you want to have. They provide for you transport. Money, so you choose which fuel. You are able for trips outside the country to represent Makerere University. So, if you have not gotten a chance to go out of the country, you can just decide, let me go run for guilty presidency. All of this could be a motivation. All of that I need to know. I looked at the seat that was so good that when everyone enters, you are the first. For anything, you reply first, you head cabinet and so on. You have a budget of your own self. So many people are only motivated when they see you, they're like, I want to be like that person. They don't know what you have gone through, but for some reason you have looked good to them. And that's all they want to have. So I feel it is very important that you understand what you're chasing. What will be the advantages of you getting there? And that will motivate you to chase that until you get there. Someone said that whenever you feel like giving up, remember why you started. Whenever you want to give up, remember why you started. Your sole reason of starting is to become. Because at the end of it all, it will be you, the person who has become. So whenever